Hello and welcome to No Worries RVing. Today's project in the old Apex Nano here is the window blinds. These are some of our window blinds that we have right now. These are the ones that came with the trailer. And as you can see, they're just normal aluminum. Yep, they're real thin aluminum window blinds. They're okay. I mean, we even had problems with them, except for they get banged around in a trailer, no matter what you do, and they're not the best looking things, to say the least. I mean, and they get bent up like this one here. This is not even the worst one, but there's some that actually are a lot worse than this one. And we decided to just go ahead and replace the mini blinds, and we decided to go with these. They're called cellular shades. Cellular shades. And there's one, and I don't have the valance put back on yet. There's a brown valance. And I'm waiting for the wife to come home to see if she wants the brown valances back up or not. I could care less, of course, but it's not up to me. But anyway, I put a couple of them up just to see how they would work. They seem to be working just fine. They're, I don't know what you call them. You just lift it up to raise it. I have them in the lock position for traveling just to see if they would work. So here's the shade, and to raise it up, you just gently push it up, and it stays there. To pull it down, you just pull it down. They came with handles like this. I'm not sure we're going to use them. I don't see a real need for it. The instructions say they're optional. Looks like they just snap on the bottom of the shade there. You can use to pull it up and down. I don't see a real need for those, but again, I'm going to keep out of that too. Now these are what they call a honeycomb cellular shade, and you can see they're white on one side, so the side that goes out towards the window is white. The inside here is what they call a harvest, and it matches perfectly. And the reason we ordered these, we actually went to Home Depot, Lowe's. We called around a couple of blind sellers here in town, and none of them had anything that was short. All of my blinds here are about 24 inches to only 18 inches tall. This one's 24. These rest of these are 18. This one's 24. But we couldn't find anything that was... Home Depot had some that were 48 inches long. And that would have worked fine, but I wanted something shorter. And I actually found these online on Amazon for about the same price as Home Depot. And these are made by Linen Avenue, and they're only 30 inches long. So, that extra, 18 inches, to me made a big difference. It's less weight to pull around, less weight to fall off as you go down the road and hit all kinds of bumps. And it just made more sense to me. Now we ordered these, like I said, off of Amazon. They're actually made by a company called, or sold by a company called Linen Avenue. And one thing I noticed when we took our old blinds off, the existing hardware, which I'll show you now. Trying to find one. These are what our old blinds were held up by. And the good people at Coachman only use one screw in each of these to hold it up, and our blinds kept falling off. But not because of the screw, but because of just the way this mechanism is really, really cheap. And there's nothing really to lock it in place. It just slides over. It just kind of hung there. And our old blinds were, like I said, those old aluminum mini blinds. And these look much nicer. One thing I was going to do, since this is a long span, this is actually 54 inches across. I was going to order more support brackets from Linden Avenue, and I actually forgot to do it. And I assumed each one would come with just 2, but the bigger blinds this one came with 4. I don't know if you can see that or not, but 4 supports. So they were actually thinking ahead for me and sent 4 or extra supports for each one of these that are extra wide, which is really nice. So, and another thing I noticed, our existing blinds had these hold down brackets so that when you're traveling your blinds don't shake all around. I just left mine on the wall. I didn't take them off, and these blinds actually fit. They have a hole in the end. They'll fit right in there. So I didn't have to install those or replace mine. They're the same size as the ones I already had. One thing I did, maybe it'll be a help to somebody with an RV. When I measured my blinds, here's an existing blind I took down. I measured from end to end, and this one is, for example, is 24 inches. I ordered the same size blind when I ordered them off of Amazon. So if this one was 24 inches, I ordered a 24-inch replacement, and it fits perfectly. So I didn't have to replace these hold down, brackets that hold it down as you're traveling. So that worked out really nice for me anyway. And I'm really happy that they sent extra supports. These are much beefier, and it seems like it's going to hold onto the wall much better than our old blinds. And they're easy to use. They look so much nicer compared to the old blinds. And I want to wait and see if she wants to balance this back up or not. But anyway, I want to finish putting these up. It only takes about 15 minutes. It's real simple. They seem really secure when they're on the wall. And anybody can do this. To install one of these Linden Avenue brand blinds, I just took the hardware. This is the hardware that comes with, this is the hanger. And on the larger blinds, it will come with 3 or even 4 of these hangers. They're really sturdy plastic. They're really made well though. They're beefy and they're solid. And the actual blind hangs from this metal clip here. So what I did, and the window is usually straight, level. So you can actually take your hardware, I'll do it on this side first. Take your hardware, set it up against the window, on the top of the window like that. Mark your holes. If you need to mark your holes. Take your screws. And you screw the hardware, screw the hanger to the wall. Now the blinds that we took down that were installed from the factory only had 1 screw holding each side up. So there's only 1 screw on this one and 1 screw holding this side up. So by putting in 2, I'm doubling the number of screws from the factory. There is room, you could put a 3rd one in if you thought you would need it. So this side is in, and as long as it's touching the top of the window frame, it should be level. Same thing on this side. Mark your holes. Okay, once you have your hanger brackets installed on the wall, your blind will be like this. And I don't think there's, the back side of ours is white. We ordered ours with a white part that goes towards the outside of the glass. And the brown, which is called a harvest color, will be towards the inside of the camper. But you take your blind and you can actually hang it from the front of the bracket, and then it just snaps into place. Now these do slide. You can slide them back and forth. You want to even them out, so it doesn't matter where you put your brackets. You actually move the blind itself to even it out, and then you should be fine. And there's one installed right there. These blinds are available on our gear page on our website, which is www.noworriesrving.com. They're made by Linen Avenue. They have millions of different sizes, not millions, but they have, I bet there's a size for everyone. If you have a blind in your camper that you need to replace, Linen Avenue probably has the size listed on Amazon for you. So thanks you for watching our video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and give us a thumbs up. Thank you.
So how did they travel now that they've been installed for what, about 4 months?
4 months now.
Of traveling. And here's what we have. We just came in the camper.
You didn't even clip the bottom.
I didn't clip the bottom of this one, and it's still right there. But the rest have all stayed. So I very shouldn't do. So there's the other blinds. They all rode, no problem. They haven't come out at all. And those of you that have watched our table install, it rode perfectly. The water underneath there, no problem whatsoever. So the blinds are holding up, and they're looking great, and they travel really well.